I'm Angela Haythorpe, and I lead the San Jose, California location of Youth with a Mission, also known as YWAM. YWAM is a global missions movement that began in 1960 with the vision to see young people released into the Great Commission. The overall mission being to know God and make Him known. This came from the command that Jesus gave His disciples when His very first words to them were, "Come and follow me," and His very last words to them were, "Go and preach the good news to all creation." So in YWAM, one of the ways we do this is we have a 6-month program called the Discipleship Training School, also known as the DTS. The first half we spend learning more about God through subjects like hearing the voice of God, biblical worldview, and Father Heart of God. During the second half, we go on a field assignment, which we call Outreach, where we engage locally across the San Francisco Bay Area and go on a cross-cultural overseas experience. In both placements, the students are exercising their growing faith muscles as they step out of their comfort zones, and they encourage and empower ministries that are on the ground and get to share about the love of Jesus not only in word but in action. So here's a recent story from a student.
There are times when God calls you to a specific place. Your heart goes out to it and you're constantly drawn back there. One such place during this DTS has been Roosevelt Park. It's just a normal city park. But a couple of the guys went there and we just started playing basketball, went to the skate park. And as I continued to go back, I just saw that the whole place screamed of the need of love and encouragement. From the skateboarders to the skate park, to the homeless down on the riverbank, the gangbangers monitoring territory, and the volunteers trying to clean up. We've been back a lot of times since then, but one person stands out in particular. His name's Freddie. He's a local, middle-aged man, and it's just an encouragement. He wants to take ownership for his neighborhood and for his community. So Freddie grew up in Roosevelt Park, and he wants to see it restored to the way he remembers it as he was growing up. And he just has a true sincerity to take care of his community, even if it is a tent village on a trash-ridden riverbank. And him being homeless himself, he doesn't have a lot of resources. So us as a DTS have become his advocate and want to see him just empowered to take care of his community. So one time we went armed with rakes, trash bags, gloves, shovels, and it was awesome to see him rally up his neighborhood and put down their liquor or other things that they were doing and help clean the park. We were down there on the riverbank with them, but you look, there was 10, 15 people just picking up trash, cleaning up their space. And so as we did that, we got to have conversations, we got to pray for people, and it was a huge lesson in discipleship. If we can empower and influence the person of influence in their immediate community, then they can change everyone around them. And Freddie's an awesome example of this, as he's getting people to just take ownership and not expect people to do it for them. And it was just a huge lesson to me, what does it look like to come alongside someone, meet someone exactly where they're at, and help them meet their initial needs.